Welcome to Donuts and Alcohol. I'm your boy Tatum.
I'm Gravel. We got a special guest, Lauren Eylise.
Hello.
How you doing?
I am feeling great today. I'm balanced,
Nice.
full of joy and
Balanced.
peace, serenity, all that good shit.
Nice.
How are you? How are you all?
I'm good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Good.
I was
Having fun.
I wish I could say more like you did. You're balanced, serenity.
Oh, that's just how I'm feeling. How do you feel? Just list it.
I feel good.
Good. That's good enough then.
Head down, smoke clouds on your chest. Purple burns down, young restless. Shades isolate, he confiscates the cool. I ain't done shit today, but you roll poetry in sheets with you. Sing lullabies and listen to your blues.
Now, so Lauren Eylise, you are making waves here in Cincinnati. The music tip. I mean, I would
Major.
say.
I was about to say it's what they
major.
say. I don't know.
Major.
You tell me.
How long have you been doing music?
Oh man. So I've been singing, I'm told, since I was 2.
Wow.
Of course, I don't remember that shit, but I would say it's about true.
That's what they tell you.
I began to write music, I would say about 13. It's when I taught myself to play piano. And picked up the guitar the summer of 09.
Wow, you taught yourself how to play the
Yeah, I'm a
piano.
self-taught musician.
That's like some music prodigy type. Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
wow. But
Prodigies be
but
doing
just
discipline.
to be like self-taught and just to do that on your own, like,
Well,
okay,
yeah.
I'm not leaving until I can do this on my own.
I think that's the beautiful thing about it. So like for me, when I taught myself, like music just lives internally. I don't remember a day without music. So in a way, teaching myself was like learning myself in a strange way.
Makes
That's
sense.
way more profound than I
Wow.
intended it to be, but
Yeah.
it is, right? So
Yeah.
you hear something, imagine just hearing something, and that's how you build the song. Like you have no type of knowledge of theory by any means. You just hear it and you feel it. So that's how you build a song. And in ways, when you build the song, you're assessing how you feel on a deeper level. Yeah.
As far as your musical influence, what are some artists that you really like not pull from, but just draw energy from during the music selection?
I have a very, very wide array of influences, so we can take it back. I love the Isley Brothers.
Oh, you took it way back. I didn't
love
think
the
you was gonna take it back like that.
You know, if I lived another life, I was probably in a male R&B soul group. Dead ass. Like, I love the
60s,
Isley Brothers. Of course, you know, Anita Baker. I like Cher. I listen to a lot of music. My parents were always playing music. And then we go like on a hop up 90s and stuff. Monica, Beyonce's Bae, Amy Winehouse, Adele.
Wow, real eclectic.
Yeah, I just love music. I really do. There is no genre.
So your iTunes library just ranges. It can go from
You can catch any song at a set for real. You can get it. If you're coming for it, you can get it, honestly. Now, whether I execute that as good as they do, I don't know, but still, I do my own thing.
Speaking of that, as far as doing covers, do you find doing covers a little bit more challenging than doing your own? Because people like anticipate
No.
it to be a certain more.
No. I find nothing challenging. In respect to that. Like, because it's not about the people, it's about me and how I feel. So it's great that people hear it and they're into it, right? But it's a spiritual thing. It's just a spiritual thing. Like, I'm there to feel and hopefully entice you to feel. So wait, that can be challenging sometimes. I'm bullshitting because like if I'm going through some real shit, but it's a good song and I present that to you too early, it could get real scared. I don't know how the night gonna go. I might be
Right.
over there in the corner drinking bourbon all night.
So like, can it be like when you're performing songs that you did like a while ago and you were like emotional from an emotional standpoint? Does that kind of take you away? Like, you know, I don't want to perform this because at the time when I wrote this song, I was a little dark and I was a little messed up, so I don't want to perform that song.
Well, that can go in a variety of ways. So on my latest project, Light Afternoon, there's a song like that. I wrote Light Afternoon like 5 years ago. And during that experience, it was not a really good experience. It was a skep experience, a skep cycle, a skep situationship that I put myself in. And I was far too young to understand any of that. But, you know, around that time, early college, like, you think you know everything. You don't know shit. So I wrote that song from a very dark place. And I wanted to re-release it because I liked it. I liked what it was saying, but I didn't like the feeling that was behind it. So I just reworked it and remixed it for the project. But sometimes, like you were saying, I don't want to sing the song, so I don't. I don't know how that's going to play out for me later when people are demanding a song. I'm like, I'm not singing that. But self-care comes first. Self-care comes first. And if it's a song that's, it's touching somewhere that I haven't quite healed or got myself together yet, I'm doing it.
Now, how do you feel about the state of R&B right now? Like, I know Quincy Jones, did a letter and said, it's not where it used to be.
Wild shit.
He said a lot of wild stuff. And he later issued an apology. I don't know what he blamed it on, like old folks word vomit or something like that.
I was like, dang, Uncle Q, chill.
Uncle Q was going in. Uncle Q was going in.
But
even when my man,
MJ.
rest in peace to Michael Jackson.
For real. I was like, yo, chill, Q.
He was going there. But one of the things he was saying as far as like the music nowadays, like they don't really do the research as far as like the sounds and production, and they're not careful with the instruments they want to use and stuff, like, which is true. Like there aren't really instruments like we hear and sounds like that.
It doesn't sound as authentic.
Exactly.
I think that's a complicated question. You asked me some tough ones, man. That's a complicated question. Because on one level, I want to say, yes, there's truth to what he's saying, right? And why do I want to say that? You just feel it. You listen, you turn on the radio, and I have to sometimes, because sometimes my little cord doesn't work from my phone. So sometimes I have to just get to where I'm going with the radio. You turn that shit on, and this is no shade, no tea. You're listening to like the same shit over and over.
Same tempo.
And they just saying the same shit with different words. Sometimes they're not even using different words, dog. And that's problematic, to say the least. But at the same time, you don't want to come at somebody's art, because art is a byproduct of your just living. You know what I'm saying? People are giving birth to this. So everybody's so careful these days and tiptoeing around what they want to say because they don't want to offend. And you don't want to like overstep and, like I said, offend somebody's art. But also, fuck all that. I do think a lot of stuff that's out right now is trash.
Okay.
And if anything, is trash just because there's not diversity in it. I feel like a lot of people are adhering to a formula just to stay relevant, money, whatever the intention is. And the intention isn't coming from a very pure place. And that pure place is where music is born from. Quincy was talking about the technicalities of it all and theory and whatnot, and I respect that. I do respect that. It's just like healing, right? People can go around saying, I'm a healer. And that's cool. We all have these divine traits. But there is power in seeking mentorship and studying what's come before you.
Exactly.
So to that degree, I say, I feel you, Quincy. But for me, it's not even too much about theory. I couldn't afford lessons growing up. So I'm just now piecing those things together. Some people don't come from communities that you can afford. Sometimes lessons are expensive as shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So with that, I'm not so much about like the theory matters, but the feeling. Like, is it coming from an authentic place? Like, what's your intention? And how are you adhering to some higher code to give birth to a holier message, Not, I mean holy as in sacred, divine, innate to the soul. Whoa, I just went way off with that answer to that question. I'm gonna come down. Yes, there's some truth to what he said, and there's also some not so truth.
But like, just to narrow it down, is it difficult? Now, even though nothing is difficult to you, but as far
that
as
answer
like,
came off way wrong. I just meant like when it comes to feeling.
I know what you meant. But as far as like with the music constantly changing, how do you stay true to who you are and just transparent to the music you put out and the music that people anticipate from you?
Oh, I do just that. I live my life. I take time to reflect and take care of myself. I pay attention to the people around me, their experiences. Try my best to lend some sort of assistance in their self-care. And I pour all that into my music, which is kind of scary. I'm telling you, your business in that music, like, are you healed? Good. Right. But that's all you can do is just like live your best life, as cliche as a saying that is, but live your best life and take time to reflect on it. You know what I mean?
Dive back into the music. You just released Life, Death, Life. What was the creative process and the feedback to that?
So Life, Death, Life is the offspring of a lot of bad decisions, but really, really good lessons that came from them. Initially, when I went in to create that project, I had some very, I don't know the word for it, I guess, superficial goals, if you will. I don't really want to minimalize them like that, but, okay, I want to drop a track that can go mainstream. I got to hit these goals. I want to open for these people and like that kind of approach. But life just said, nah, B, that's not what you about to put out. And it turned into a means of healing for me, just me writing myself through some lessons that I hadn't quite healed myself from. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
You be like,
Right about that.
you know, dodging.
Exactly.
And I didn't have time to sit and breathe and like look back like, damn, I made it through that. I made it through that. How do I feel? Am I all right? What do I need to do to be all right? So that's what Life, Death, Life became. Pieces of all that shit.
Awesome. How did people react to it?
Oh, I had a very positive response, and I'm still receiving some really
I'm
great
a huge
responses
fan.
from it. Thank you.
Very talented. Very talented.
You know, for me, it's always good to hear like the people rock with what you're doing. Like, for one, it's a career of mine. Like, I'm eating off this, so please rock with it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's reaffirming in my purpose. So when somebody comes up to me and like, it's not just, oh, I was kicking into it, I liked it, but like, I felt that when you said this, sis, I felt that touches. Because at that point, it's a ministry. At that point, it's healing, you know what I mean? Or at least, at the very least, providing a space for people to tap into healing. And that's what it's about for me.
about.
I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me, that's what it's about, man. Uplifting the souls, you know. And you don't have to uplift the soul in like some other way, like ways that you think. So it doesn't have to be gospel. Like, we going through some real shit. Let's just talk about the real shit. Cry on my shoulder, sis. We all been there. Boo. You know,
Ain't nothing new, right?
You was
We gonna
studying
get
for a
over
weekend. You good now? Let's just talk about it. Let's get over it. You know, let's all heal. Push forward.
Now, were you always just spiritual? You seem like you're very just like a spiritual person. Is this something that were you with this since a while? Or is this something that just like you like research and like,
Man,
yo, this is
I don't know. I just be doing me. I don't really have an answer for that. I've always had a very deep connection with what I call the divine, like the unseen, what you feel. I've always had that since I was a kid. And it just evolves. And sometimes I don't even know I sound like that. Sometimes I stop and I'm like, Lauren, stop talking about chakras, girl. Stop, they gonna think you crazy. So I keep looking at y'all low key like, okay, girl, come back. Wait, you going too far out. Come back. You know?
No, you good. You good.
Yeah.
But I've always been that way. I've always been that way. It's balance, you know, spiritual. Sometimes you can catch me downtown twerking it up. It's all goes together. Duality. What can you say?
You said balance. Just balance it out.
Balance. Divinity is balance. Life is balance. God is balance. You gotta have yourself out here.
Wow, the great Lauren has spoken.
All right,
wow.
let's go. All right.
Wow.
Next
So
question.
you said like outside they might catch you twerking, they may or might not, but outside of the music and
They
outside
might.
of performing, where else can they see you?
What are you doing on a normal day?
Oh man, that's the thing. I'm probably not out on a normal day. I'm probably in my room reading one of those books right now. I'm reading a lot of Osho. And Osho got me all in my head. I'm like, oh my God, am I real? I'm reading some Osho. I'm writing my own shit. You can catch me in my home in a corner, meditating or writing and sipping on some bourbon and tea.
Hey,
Duality.
Bourbon and tea. That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, you know. That's pretty much it.
Nice.
But I talk that shit, but I'm actually very busy. So you either gonna catch some music or I'm just running around crazy.
So throughout 2018, what are some of your 2018 goals you're trying to accomplish this year?
I want to continue, of course, to make music. I'm gonna travel out of the country this year
nice.
for music. So that's like really good stuff. I just want to continue to live my best life. I want to travel. I want to love. I want to make some love. I want to enjoy life and try not to be so stressed. But as far as my music goes, see, there I go, getting on that spiritual shit. I'm like, I just want to go. And
I just let you have it. I'm like, you know
I just
what?
want
It is
to
what it
achieve
is.
enlightenment. I do have plans to release some new music. I don't want to say I'm dropping a project because I do that a lot. We're like, oh, I'm going to drop this. And then
When's it
life
coming?
will just happen. Life
Yeah.
happens and I'll be flying off, and it doesn't happen. But I am working with some really cool producers. I don't know if I can mention them right now, but just know I am. And
Nice.
I'll be going on tour this year as well.
So we got LaurenElise.com. They can check out the tour dates and all that. What's the social media if they want to?
At Lauren Eylise, across
Okay.
everything. SEYLISE. It's a lot of
Okay.
Eylises.
Yeah.
All right, who's that Lauren Elise's girl? Who is she?
You know, my name's not even spelled like that.
But you know,
I
people,
put a Y in it
Artistically.
because Beyonce has a Y and Lauryn Hill has a Y.
wow,
That's
that is
skev
a
as
fun
hell.
fact.
That's skev as hell.
Wow.
But you know, the power of thought. I was just like, if I just take it out their name, it's a piece of them, we gonna have some success.
I think it's gonna work.
Yeah,
I
it
think
does
so
work.
too. I
Judging
think,
from the music
it'll be
and-
lit.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear from 2018 and just follow you, see all the moves you making and everything.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. This so far, it's been pretty solid. Like just some of the opportunities that have kind of like presented themselves. Like I played my first show with Aronoff, which was
That's
dope.
right.
And I
How was
opened
that?
for Pretty Ricky and Lloyd and Jay
An
Holiday.
R&B love show.
It
yeah.
was wild, wild, wild. The feeling that came over me on that stage was incredible.
I
It's
bet.
the Aronoff, you know what I mean? And then I got to open for Tank at Bogart's. That was lit too. The stage is just getting bigger, and that's cool. It's a humbling experience and a strengthening experience. So I hope to carry all of that into the new year, you know what I mean? But leveling up.
That's what it's about.
All
We leveling
leveling
up
up.
out here.
Because it's cool to like do those things. I open for those people and stuff, but that's not the goal.
Exactly.
So it's like,
It's like a stepping stone. That's what
exactly.
gotta
You feel
use
me?
it
Like you
as.
want to be excited and people hype it up because those are
Yeah.
the names that they know. But like, as artists, like that's not the goal. I'm not
Just
really.
beginning.
It's cool,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing backflips. It's like, what's next? How do I level up? How do I continuously
keep this
grow?
momentum
You know what I
going.
mean? So
And evolve from there.
that's where my head is at, figuring out what's about to happen.
I like that.
Me too.
Excited. Like I said, I'm excited to see what's in store for you in 2018. It's gonna be something nice. It's gonna be something nice.
Big things.
I'm excited.
Big
too.
teams. Big teams
Big
coming.
teams.
Big things.
Y'all silly.
Are we about to make a toast one time for the one time right now? With
Let's
that
do it. What are we
concoction you
toasting
got?
to, Lauren?
It's all on you, Lauren.
Let's
what we
toast
toasting
to love, ascension. Let's toast to more shots of bourbon
Okay.
and more blunts.
Oh,
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
year.
I like that one.
Wow.
You heard it first.
Here,
Drink
here.
more, live more, man. Don't forget to eat more donuts.
Do it responsibly. Have a good night, Cincinnati.
That way.
Somebody needs to send us a check.